Internal Bleeding, The Extinction of Benevolence. This album is really fascinating to me, as this is some of the best slam before Environment came onto the scene, yet nobody speaks of it. But those who do know about it try to promote it. The one that I've seen that personally got this album on my radar was Jimmy from the Block. Very excellent guy. I kind of take a little inspiration from him, as in set down a camera and start talking. And then I just started hearing it on Sputnik Music a lot, and then I just decided to go from there. Was it a long time coming? In terms of production, it's quite a big jump from Ferocious Contempt. For Ferocious Contempt, the mix was a lot more dry, very bass heavy, and overall it was kind of strange. But on the Extinction of Benevolence, it's a lot cleaner. Bill Toley's drum work is a lot more clear, and you can actually hear the excellent stuff that he's doing behind the drum kit. And Frank Reener's vocals are more distinctive than ever. They're also excellent and take a lot of unexpected twists, especially for a slam album. This is also the album that Internal Bleeding really finds their identity, going from subjects from just typical gore and murder and mixing those with their satire of American colonialism and how they treat war. People give me shit for analyzing death metal lyrics, but honestly, I don't really care. The clock is ticking now, and we are the ones who cannot leave. The lyrics are take even more of a distinct centerpiece now that Frank Greener's vocals are a lot more legible. That's most likely done because there is a now a lot more of a distinct theme, or clear enough. You can actually hear the lyrics and appreciate them, which is pretty rare for a brutal death metal record in general. Plagued by Catharsis in particular is quite an interesting track in terms of lyrics, because it's about being hated by everyone, contemplating suicide, and then harnessing all of that rage and kind of just letting it incubate. Um, that the song ends with "Just leave me alone," so it's not entirely taking out on other people in the form of violence, although that is implied. I mean, the lyrics have clicked with me just because, like, I read it and I kind of feel for that, at least for a little bit of it. So it kind of hits a little close to home. By itself, it's an interesting blend of just brutal death metal lyrics along with a really interesting and thought-provoking message. A lot of internal bleeding lyrics from this era are like that. The band is also really, really tight. Melody is used sparingly here, and it's mostly used on the tail ends of slam riffs to really add that extra punch to them, or in some cases, or add it in the background of slam riffs to again really make them pop. To go a little off scripted, just talk about Bill Toley's drum work. It is insane. A blend. Let me go from the top. His drum work is mainly a blend of rhythm and fills, and he knows where to place those fills in the best places possible. So, like in one of the tracks, I forgot. I'll put up the name of it here. Um, there's this breakdown going on. He's just going crazy. He's hitting all the cymbals, all the drums, while also just keeping enough rhythm to really make really make the breakdown a lot more primal and enhances the heaviness, which is what a brutal death metal drummer should do. He does this a lot, honestly, and even then, the band doesn't, in songwriting, doesn't shove him to the back. At the beginning of Plagued by Catharsis, he's even given a little, like, almond break or whatever it's called. So, honestly, Bill Tully's drum work is excellent. I do not skimp out on it. A combination of the drum work, the excellent riffs, and the very carefully crafted songwriting, and Frank Rini's vocals and lyrics all just make the tracks very memorable, which, in my opinion, makes an album truly great. So, yeah, this album has been vastly slept on, like it's implied in the thumbnail. It is vastly overshadowed by the popularity of Ferocious Contempt and Driven to Conquer. I haven't listened to Driven to Conquer yet, but I do know that the Extinction of Benevolence is the best proto slam I've ever heard. Um, it beats pretty much all the stuff that I heard, even stuff like Necrocide. Um, Internal Bleeding were a major player in the development of slam death metal, and the Extinction of Benevolence is a pinnacle of that. If you love slam death metal and you haven't heard of it, listen to it now. Not only is it an excellent piece of history, it's also just, like I said, very, very good. Don't sleep on it. Listen to it. Have a good day, peeps. I will see you next time.